In this video, we'll show you how to create a customized journal cover featuring the new year. We will decorate it using a modern take of the traditional Trapunto embroidery technique. Trapunto is a traditional quilting method that adds a 3D look by incorporating a layer of batting beneath the top fabric. At first, we need to measure the width and height of the journal's front cover. In our case, it is 16 centimeters in width and 21 centimeters in height. Let's create the design. We will set up a work area according to the measurements of the journal's cover. Start the guidelines mode and click on the work area button. Choose the rectangular area and set the width to 160 and the height to 210. In this way, we can have a better view of the area of the final design. Now, let's start the lettering tool and type 2025. I'm using the font XPG 089 and I'll set the font size to 60. Finally, set the letter spacing to 6. We want to rearrange the numbers, so let's enable the view of the grid for precision. Start the node editor, hold the Shift key down, and click to select the nodes that control the placement of the last 2 digits and move them below the first 2. Maintain a 15 mm gap between the rows. Set 0 value to X and Y axis to center the design to the hoop. At this point, we can disable the grid view as we don't need it anymore. Now let's add the Trapunto effect. Select the numbers and set Fill to Applique. For the outline, we will set the stitch style to triple. The applique will create placement and holding stitches for the batting and the fabric on top. We will use the Auto Border tool to enhance the 3D effect. Set position to the outside, the distance to 2 mm, and type to running. To create this 3D embossed-like effect, I want the outer layers to have different distance between the lines. So I will create more auto border lines at a different distance. One at a 3 mm distance, and then at 4 mm for the next outlines. Choose a hoop size that fits the whole design, and we're ready. Let's get to make our journal cover. For this project, we will need an A5 journal, a suitable hoop, stabilizer, assorted threads, batting, water-soluble film, and fabric of your choice. We will start by placing one layer of stabilizer in the hoop. Mark the center and load the design to the machine. Attach the hoop and start embroidering. The placement stitch comes first. This will guide you to place the layer of quilt batting on top. Apply a layer of water-soluble film over the batting for easier handling. Secure it with pins over the batting. The tacking stitch comes next to secure the batting in place. Remove the hoop from the machine. And now it's time to remove the film and trim any excess batting. Let's prepare the pattern needed to guide you on how to cut the fabric. Start by measuring the height of the journal cover. Add 3 centimeters, that is 1.2 inches, to the height for seam allowance. Draw a line at this dimension, as this is the final pattern height. Next, measure the perimeter all around the closed journal. Add 14 centimeters, that is 5.5 inches, to the perimeter to allow for the folded sleeves. This is the final pattern width. Complete the rectangle by joining together the rest of the sides. From both shortest sides, measure 7 centimeters, that's 2.8 inches, inward to mark the folding lines that will create the sleeves, which will hold the cover onto the journal. Mark the journal's front cover width to locate the center for the correct embroidery placement. Cut the fabric according to the calculated dimensions. Mark the folding lines and the center of the front journal cover on the fabric. Additionally, cut a piece of fabric for the lining, following the same pattern height, but making it 5 centimeters, that is almost 2 inches, narrower than the perimeter. Align the center of the front cover with the center of the hoop. Use adhesive spray to secure the fabric in place. A piece of paper under the fabric will protect your workspace and hoop from the glue. Roll up any excess fabric to keep it out of the hoop's way. Place the hoop back in the machine. Continue by embroidering the outline of the numbers. Finish embroidery with the auto border outlines. As simple as that, the embroidery part is complete. Remove the hoop from the machine. Take the fabric out of the hoop and trim away any excess stabilizer from the back. Now we're ready to sew and assemble the journal cover. Fold 1 centimeter of each short side to the inside and iron the fold. Top stitch the sides. Lay the fabric right side up, fold the edges inward along the sleeve lines and pin them in place. Prepare the lining. You may use pinking shears to trim the short sides of the lining to prevent fraying. Place the lining on top of the main fabric with the right sides together and hold them with pins or clips. Sew along the top and bottom edges, leaving the sides open. Turn the cover right side out through the open sides. Press the cover with an iron for a crisp finish. Slide the journal into the finished cover and enjoy your custom creation. You may follow this project to customize a plain bullet journal for your daily musings or create a lovely gift for your loved ones. Do share with us your creations and follow us for more projects.